Hello, welcome to the Value Chain TV News Update. I am Adabio Gwejofo with the news. And on the news update, the 210,000 barrels per day Port Harcourt refinery may finally commence operations by the end of July after several postponements. The new date was disclosed by the National Public Relations Officer, Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria, Ukadike Chinedu. Chinedu said the development would stimulate economic activities, reduce the price of petroleum products, and ensure adequate supply. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Heineken Lokobiri, earlier announced the mechanical completion and the flare start-off of the biggest crude refinery in Port Harcourt. The refineries comprise 2 units, with the old plant having a refined capacity of 60,000 barrels per day, and the new plant has 150 barrels per day. Value Chain TV spoke to some Nigerians regarding this development.
I just feel the government should be truthful to its citizens. Giving dates, postponing dates, is going to start today, it's going to start last year, they said December, it was postponed, the past government has gone, this one is there. They should not be truthful to Nigeria, they're frustrating us. The hardship, people, they should just, importing fuel, the prices, it affects the dollar, you can see what they have done to the economy. So if the refinery can be fixed, why don't you just fix it and once and for all, than postponing, what is there that will make them not to fix the refinery? Is it finances or the willingness to do it? Or there's upsetting people that somewhere eating from the refinery not working? I think it might be about that eating for the refinery not working. I don't think why you have refineries that are not working, you have the fuel here, you go outside, refine it and bring it back here. It just doesn't make sense. So I just feel the government should just do the right thing.
Well, I think with the procrastination from the federal government side, I don't think it's giving Nigerians hope that anything would be done, because they have been procrastinating this thing for like about 3 or 4 times now, and I don't think reasonable Nigerians are taking the federal government serious. So I think the federal government should make sure that they do something to make sure that the hope, because I think the slogan of this administration is renewed hope. So with what they are doing now, I don't think anything is plausible, anything is feasible. So I think the government should do something.
You see, in the first instance, we can term that statement as a political statement. You know, the problem we are having in this country is this. You know, our leaders should not take us for granted. We should try to serve the masses, the populace, who voted you into power. So that, you see, when you say today this is white, let it be white. When you say it is tomorrow, let it be tomorrow. So we have confidence in you and we believe in your governance. By giving us a date, today, tomorrow, we are taking the masses for granted. And that is one of the factors creating hardship in the country. Removal of subsidy is another effect to the issue. And people are putting hope that if the Port Harcourt refinery is in place, the situation of fuel scarcity, removal of subsidy will not be in existence. That shows we are producing the one we have in our area here. No more importation. You see? So we are, whatever, if it is not possible with the month they suggested now, we Nigerians will believe in one thing, that well, until when Almighty or God intervene. So until when God says it will be possible. But as for me, I don't rely on government that there is possibility in the date they fix.
The proposed 300% increase in the salaries and allowances of judicial office holders by President Bola Tinubu has received the backing of the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Commission and the Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN. Both parties agreed to the plan during a one-day public hearing on a bill for an act to prescribe the salaries, allowances, and fringe benefits of judicial office holders in Nigeria and Related Matters 2024 by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, and Legal Matters in Abuja. Also in support of the planned review are the Finance Minister and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, the National Judicial Council, and the Nigerian Bar Association. The House of Representatives Committee on Finance has threatened to block the accounts of government agencies that have refused to render accounts of their revenue profile or render accurate remittance to the government. This was as the Director of Finance and Accounts with the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, Musa Jemaku, called out the Office of the Accountant General for claiming that they have not paid their operating surplus for 3 years, which includes 2019, 2020, and 2021. A representative of the Office of the Accountant General said that the FRC had not remitted the operating surplus of 126 million naira for 2019, 143 million naira for 2020, and 26 million naira for 2021 to the government coffers, and that the operating surplus for 2021 had not been fully calculated because the agency was yet to submit its audited accounts for 2021. Guidelines and conditions have finally been outlined for about 1.2 million students expected to benefit from the Students' Loan Scheme, as students in federal government-owned tertiary institutions will be the first batch of beneficiaries. President Tinubu on April 3rd signed into law the bill on the scheme in line with his electoral promise that no Nigerian student would drop out of school on account of lack of funds. Some Nigerians shared their thoughts with Value Chain TV on the development. The report.
I think it's going to be possible from all angles since the government has put in all necessary things in place. So it's all about going through the righteous process to access the loan. All sectors can queue in through the federal government process, and at least from there we can see one way or the other if we can achieve it.
Actually, the government has to make things done, and it has to follow the processing. It's gradually. Because if the government rush into it, now there must be a problem at the long run. So if the government say they are going to do it, so let us exercise patience and see the light day of what the government is going to do about student loan. It's a good idea. It's a good development for the country to be growing. It's a good development for our future children to even more educated, because now it will even be a dedication to the parents, so that the children can go to school peacefully and without even have any problem in the country. It's a good government is trying on that.
Can be achievable. That would be very interesting, because a lot of individuals today are not going to school, students most especially, because there is no money and they loan. President Tinubu want to give to students to go to school is highly interesting. It will help increase the number of educated citizens in the country, and it will also help individuals to forge ahead in their academic.
The federal government has urged the United Arab Emirates to invest in the renewal and reconstruction of the more than 50-year-old oil pipelines in Nigeria. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Oil Heineken Lokpobiri made the call in Abuja while hosting a delegation from the UAE led by the United Arab Emirates Ambassador to Nigeria, Salem Al-Shamsi. Lokpobiri lamented that the facilities had outlived their lifespans, adding that Nigeria and the UAE were on the same page concerning oil exploration, as crude oil drilling would not be abandoned despite calls for its abandonment in some quarters. The minister assured that the government was working hard to eliminate bureaucracy, which had been responsible for delays in some investments in the sector. The Director General Debt Management Office DMO, Ms. Patience Oniha, disclosed that 4.5 trillion naira has been raised out of the 6 trillion naira to support the federal government in financing 2024 budget deficit, stressing that domestic securities market has remained the major source of borrowing for the government. Speaking at an interactive session with primary dealers market makers in Lagos, Oniha also disclosed that out of the 7.3 trillion naira the National Assembly approved for securitization of ways and means, DMO has raised 4.905 trillion naira. Some Nigerians have described as outrageous the service charges applied to cash withdrawal from point-of-sale operators, otherwise known as POS. While some are concerned that POS operators are gradually taking over the automated teller machine ATM services from banks across the country and exploiting customers, others are of the opinion that it has made life easier. POS operators, on the other hand, justify their service fees, stating that they undertake huge risks and measures to get cash, including paying bank officials to enable them remain in business. Few citizens spoke to Value Chain TV on the matter. The report.
The government come out and supervise what is happening. Even in the market, somebody will go to market, he will buy something 1 naira, you come and sell it 10 naira. Nobody is supervising anybody, and that is why these things are happening. Let government come out and supervise. So maybe there is a percentage they are paying to the bank, or they pay extra money to the bankers to have such money, and they are doing business. So there's no supervision. That is why. That's my take.
POS has given millions of Nigerians an opportunity to take home a token. One, that is 1 point. 2, POS has come to unbundle the market of banking. So whatever the challenge they are having should be resolved on the round table. Whatever difficulties POS is profiling to Nigerians should also be resolved, because they are also good. They are also a ways of living. People are living with POS. People can tell you what they have been able to do with POS. But the whole thing is that it's business anyway. But it's good when we are doing business, we think of God. We use our conscience before we do business. Business is not meant to exploit people. Do you understand me? Charging outrageously when CBN have not done that is of no use. It won't profit you anything. So someone with sound mind cannot go into business to exploit people. It is only a dubious person that can do that.
And that's it on the news update. I am Adalbi Ogujofo. Thanks for watching.